Perilous Moons quest in Old School RuneScape. So to begin, let's teleport to Civitas Illas Fortis, now that we could do that since we completed Twilight's Promise quest. So let's run over here. Let's right click and travel with Renu over to Teomat and head over here on the map to start the quest. That's definitely a good area to do the introduction. Okay, so after you fast travel with the Quetzal, you're just going to begin the quest with Attala for Perilous Moons. So you take the Quetzal over here to Teomat, and you take the agility shortcuts, run over here, and I'm going to start the quest right here, okay, by speaking with Attala. So yeah, so after you talk to Attala, you're going to go east and go back up the agility shortcut. While you're climbing up the agility shortcut, it looks like there's a Sulphur Nagua here. Okay, one second. There's actually a Sulphur Nagua here, which is kind of cool. So let's fight it. Knock him down real quick. Use our special attack. He's only level 98, but he takes a ton of damage. Nice. Yeah, so I defeated the Sulphur Nagua, so let's head back to Attala and say that the aqueduct is safe. Beneath Cursed Sands quest. So let's talk to Attala now that we defeated the Sulphur. Cool. So let's enter Camp Torum now that we started Perilous Moons quest. So I just entered Camp Torum. I'm going to run north and I'm going to talk to Jessamine. So let's talk with Jessamine to the north. Hello. Okay. So I'm going to run north to continue after saying option 1. Welcome to Perilous Moons quest in Old School RuneScape. So once you go into Camp Torum, a new city that you get access to, it looks like there's a monolith in here. So let's continue. Let's talk to Attala. So Attala said, I'm going to run east and talk to Zuma. Alright, so I'm going to run north and talk to Jessamine. So Jessamine says, strange. Alright, so to the west of them, I'm going to take building supplies. You need 5 inventory slots. So I'm going to run to the northwest entrance first. So in here, let's click the compass. So I'm going to run to the cooking symbol. I'm going to build the soot, and then I'm going to run to the southeast and exit. The Slayer dungeon. So let's right click and build the camp spot. Perfect. So after building this cooking spot, I'm going to run east and south and leave. Notice. So let's exit here. So I'm going to run south and west to go to the second cooking range. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the second cooking range now. Over. Nice. I'm going to run southeast to the entrance. On. I'm going to run south to the lunar room. So let's go to the south, the lunar room. So I'm going to run north and west to the third cooking area. So I think they're called Sulphur Naguas because essentially you have to mine volcanic sulfur in a Kingdom Divided quest. After you do the third cooking range, you're going to run to the south. But you don't go through here. You're going to go to the east. And you're going to go north to the fire symbol. East and north, and you're going to pass through this entrance here. You're not going to pass over here. Alright, so I'm going to run and talk to Jessamine and say option 1 and 1. So I'm going to say option 1. What does the inscription say? Here in Napotsley. Jessamine hands you the talismans. After you get the 2 talismans, you're going to go south. And then you're going to go south and west of the beverage symbol. Southwest of the beverage symbol, you have the fire symbol. So let's go in here and talk to Nahta. So I'm going to say option 3. Actually, I've been sent by Attala. Attala? Why is that? Not to cast a spell on the talismans. Alright there, laddie. Now take them to the blacksmith. Nice. The talismans now say enchanted on them. So I'm going to run northeast of the fireplace, which is south of the beverage, where I got these 2 enchanted. So I'm going to run northeast, and I'm going to talk to the blacksmith and say option 2 and 1. A human, either buy something or get out. I need help with your talismans. Okay. The blacksmith hands back the talismans. All done. Take these back to Attala. Sure. Alright, so obviously I'm going to go back to Attala now that I have infused earth talismans by going to the fire area to the south and then to the northeast and speaking to the blacksmith. I have enchanted talismans. He says, good. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so for this part, I'm going to click both the talismans, locate, and then look at the game. So one of them pulls you west and north. So let's go to the northwest, and I'm just going to go wherever the talismans tell me to go. Alright, so I can't ever go through here, but yeah, east and south. And then once I go south of here. Oh, whoa. I found the person. Eyatlalli. So I think you have to run into her or something. The reason that it was saying east and north before, or it was saying east and south and then it was saying east and north, means I needed to stay in the area and click the talisman. There's Eyatlalli. She says, what? Zeta chemo. Iwat Ikno. Or what? A human. Interesting. Her fellows disagreed with her actions. They created this prison, and they summoned me to watch over it. Shaking. What was that? The ecosahedron. Whoa. Alright, so let's return back. Now that I found Eyatlalli, I'm gonna talk to Attala. And Eyatlalli appears right here as well. Let me zoom out. So Eyatlalli appeared, which is huge. Living parts, as in the animals. Yes, bring me scales of a bream, the tail of a moss lizard, and paste made of moonlight grubs. I will begin preparing the rest of the ritual. Very cool. So now, after I spoke with her, I'm going to go to the northwest. I'm going to right click and take from fishing supply crates from the cooking range. So to do this properly, you right click, you take the fishing supplies, and then you right click and take the hunting supplies. You drop the net, and then you take the herb lore supply. Okay, so I'm going to run east, and near the paw, I need 2 things open. So right click, collect from grubbly sapling. I'm going to right click and use the pestle mortar to grind them up. Okay, I'm going to click on these 4 rocks to set up traps near the paw symbol. Alright, perfect. Alright, so essentially come out of this bush. So I'm going to rustle it, which will make the lizards pop out. I need to trap one of them. There we go. I got a raw moss lizard. So I'm going to right click and take the raw moss lizard. And I'm going to use my knife on it. So right click, use knife. So I got the moss lizard tail out. Pass through the entrance. If you happen to not have a net, you can right click and take from fishing supply crates. You get a big net. Okay. So let's right click and use the big fishing net here. I need one free inventory spot. So right click, use big fishing net. Nice. I got a raw bream. So I'm going to right click and use the knife on the raw bream. Okay, so I got all three things this person needs. So let's right click and talk to Eyatlalli. I have the items. Okay, so let's go to the bank to prep for the bosses.